Hi everyone. Guess what? The 25 days of Christmas starts very soon. However, today I am going to finish up the Thanksgiving gift that I am doing for my mother-in-law. The turkey, it finally hardened all the way. It is hollowed through here, and as such, it leans. This tail is quite heavy. So if you set it down, well, okay, it's going to stay stable or not. Odd. Anyway, we have very few choices for craft supplies here. We have one Family Dollar. We have a place called Heart and Home, but they're sparse as well. So at the Family Dollar, this is what I was able to come up with. This is a hanging basket. It was meant for Thanksgiving, or fall anyway. This is the foam frog that was in it. I will not be having it up like this. It will be like this, so I do have to paint it, and that's what you'll get to see too. But the turkey will stand on here, and I am actually going to put it on a metal lid so that I can heat the lid and smooth this out. Oops, let's stay in the camera frame, right? So I can smooth this out. And these are all the picks that were in this. They are going to go back in. We have different styles and colors. Boy, I'm just losing them all over, aren't I? And then we have the specialty pumpkin pick. Now, they're going to vie for space because this pumpkin is quite large. And so it's going to go on, but in a position so that it doesn't dwarf the turkey too badly. So let's set these aside. I do have to get this painted. Now, black was not appropriate, so it's going to go brown. I do have some brown paint, and I'm going to pause you and be right back. Now, of course, I'm not going to paint this in the tin, and this is a pie tin, a regular, expensive pie tin. They didn't used to be expensive, not this brand. It's called Good Cook. They are good pie tins, so I don't knock that, but the prices of these things now is astronomical, yet it's still lower cost than the rest. Now, before we even begin, I want to show you something I got yesterday or day before, I think Monday. This came from our vet clinic, and it just had a P.O. box on it. And the only, we really don't know where it came from. It's got a P.O. box, and it came to us as our family. And this is what it says. Thinking of you. And look at those beautiful paws. While you wait for the healing that only time brings, may memories whisper sweet, tender things. And they've got his name, Zeus. That was more than extra special to receive. And I kind of really needed it. Now let's press on so I don't get more teary-eyed here. Okay, so I need something to dump this paint out on. This is made by Plaid. It is Folk Art Multi-Surface, and this is the Rose Gold. Now, this is aged. It's got a lot number, but doesn't have an expire date, but usually these will start coagulating if you don't use them and shake them often. And even then you need to sometimes add a smidge of water to reactivate them and keep them from clumping up. So let's see how bad this one is after all this time. Well, I guess I don't want to put it on anything paper because paper will dry it out. So let's just do this. I will put some, and I'm just going to open it from here so I can see if it clogged up. And there's a bubble, and it looks good. So we're just going to dump some of this out. Now, even though it looks good, it can still be coagulated. So you check for your lumps and all that stuff. And if it seems a little too thick, you can add a little bit of water, but I need it thick at this time because I need to get this painted on foam. And it is a metallic, and that's kind of, you know, holiday-ish. So we want it to fill as many holes as possible because styrofoam has holes. They always do. I'll get this top done on camera, and then I'll speed up the rest. Well, in real time, and then I'll speed up the rest. So you can get an idea of how much time it's going to take. And then you have to do it in 2 layers, which is something you have to also take in how much paint you're going to need. And so I'll be using all this up that I dumped on here for just the first layer all the way around. And probably even more of it. Of course, I won't let you suffer through the drying process because it takes about an hour to get really good and tacky. And then it takes about the time it's going to take for getting this painted in the first place for the second coat. And this will help seal those beads in. Until, of course, the picks go in. Try to get any thick streaks so that you can possibly let it dry quicker. All right, I'm going to put you on time lapse here. Okay, first layer done. Be back just as soon as that dries enough. All right, this is ready for the, excuse me, for the second layer. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on time lapse again. As you can see, I had to get a metal lid. It was from a jar of pickles and, well, pickle relish. And I dumped what was left of the relish out because we hadn't touched it in a couple months. It was dead. So I brought the lid in. As you can see, I am painting it as well. Now I'm already done painting the foam center. I'm just going to wait for it to finish drying. I was going to use hot glue to attach everything, this to the center, and the lid to the center of that. So can't find one single glue gun after all my moving things around. Not one. Not at all. And so I'm in kind of a make do with what you have mode. So when I come back, I'll show you what I'm going to do to alleviate not having one of my glue guns around. I really seriously do not know what happened to any of them. I have a cordless. I have at least two gun style, electric gun styles. You know, you got to plug it in. One's a large, one's a small. And yeah, well. And the funny thing is I just saw one a couple days ago and did something with it. Now I don't know what it was I did with it. So I just cannot find it. Anyway, we'll be back after this is getting its second coat. I won't put you through that. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do to alleviate the no glue gun issue. All right, back soon. All right, while they're curing, or drying completely, I've decided to go ahead and show you what I'm going to be doing with this. These things are almost useless at times. And you can see they catch onto everything. Anyway, with this burlap ribbon, I am going to go ahead and take off an amount. Whoops. Arm knocked into other things again. So let's go this way. I will take off of here just enough, plus about an inch, maybe half an inch. And I'm just losing everything everywhere. Yep. Timber. Okay. Now, as you can see, Teflon is pretty slick. So I'm going to hold this here for a second, push that down, see how much I've got on here, and then we're going to cut it. Right there. Now, I don't like pins because, well, I get stuck with them all the time. So I'm going to hold this here for a second, and I'm going to grab out something after I knock this off, right? Okay. Let's just hold that there. I'll use my hands, both of them. Yeah, that drawer. It is definitely a bear trying to find things you know you just saw, and for the life of you can't figure out where it went to, even though you've seen it. In half a moment. There they are. Look everywhere, and it's just right there. I will be so glad when I can make that appointment and get my eyes fixed. So anyway, wrap it tight, or at least tight enough. Get your rubber band, and ta-da! It's together, and the only thing you're going to get stuck by is that wire that's in the edge there. I would pull it, but then it'd all unravel. And I don't exactly want to do that. Okay, if you don't have hot glue, hopefully you have double-sided sticky tape. So I'm going to take a piece, just enough to hold that ribbon. And I'm just going to put it right here on the inside. Get it stuck down really well. Now remember, hardly anything ever sticks to Teflon. So if you can manage it, and by the way, take these little wires, fold them down. If you can catch them in the tape, that's even better. All right, let's see if I can find the edge to this and lift it. Oh my goodness. Now this is a thicker double-sided, so that should help me, yes. And you don't want it to anywhere but where a back could go. And since this is curved and slanted, you're going to have several pieces. Never make them longer than they need to be. Oh, sounds like one of my cats doesn't like the other cat right now. Right now my husband is still up so he can handle that job. Hopefully. Stick that down as hard as you can. There we go. Whoops. Oops, got it too low. Stick it as well as you can. That's all I'm going to say. Hot glue is going to be just about as bad. And since I don't have any right now, I'm having to do with this. And again, just enough. But you do want to make sure you have some for over the edge here. Okay, next piece right about here. Make sure it's pressed on nice and decent. Make sure you're down towards the top of the pan, because you want to go with the curve just as much as you can. Maybe should have made that one a little bit longer. Maybe I should stick that pan to the turntable. Get off there. Excuse me. And I'll show you what to do with this edge that's scalloping right now. Whoop. Maybe it's better if I can see it from this side. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go. Whoops. Get it started and then it flips back off. Okay. Get it back around to me. Press it as well as you can. I should need about 2 more pieces. Now, we all know my eyesight is garbage, so I'm just trying to guesstimate where I'm going at with this. Hopefully it'll work. There we go. And then one more to close this up. Well, apparently I didn't get it complete, but it's the back of it, so I will fill it in with just a little bit of the scrap. Remember to fold those wires over on both ends. This not only helps to keep you from getting poked, but it also helps to keep your threading on there. Oh, that one coming, well, I was going to say it's going to come off easy, but then it just kept wanting to fall back down. Okay. Oh, you stupid thing. Hold still. Now what I tried to do was overlap this end and over to the side so that there's sticky on both sides. Okay. Now with these, since they are wire, what you can do to give it kind of a fancy look is bend it over a little bit. Get some more of that sticky tape. Now I've got the thick stuff. I mean, this is not too thin at all. So you might want to look for that thick stuff, because that way you squish it through the fabric. Get it right at the joint there. Make sure it's far enough down. And I missed. In case you can't tell, this is reusable stuff. And it's stretchy. So, trying to get it off my fingers. And then you just tab it down like that. And hope it sticks. And it's not going to because my fingers have been there. Oh look, there's one of those. And then you just basically keep going around and doing that and sticking them down. I'll get them folded over. I'll put you on pause and I'll finish getting them stuck. Maybe. If not, well, yeah, I'm going to have to stick them down somehow and make them stick. I'll figure that out and I'll be right back. All right, I managed to get it most of the way. It's very difficult to stick something to something that doesn't want to be stuck to. And this is completely dry to be able to use now. And I'm just going to put a small dot right in the middle of everything on it. I will say this, it sticks to fingernails really well. So if you ever want to do fake fingernails for like Halloween or something, use this stuff. Okay. Just peel the backing off, if I can. I get it started and then it falls back down. There we go. Now we try to find the middle. I think that's kind of close enough. Press down. Not going to move now. Now the turkey has to go in the middle. So now, excuse me, that pickle lid has to go there. And sadly enough, I don't think this tape idea is going to work with the pickle lid, although it could. And we want the turkey to be the centerpiece. So let's first see if we can stick the turkey down onto the lid with this stuff. I don't know because it is wax. And my scissors are, there we go. So let's just, without taking the backing off yet, find out if we can stick this to the candle. And I didn't think so, since candle wax is, you know, oily. It just comes right off. So, let me see, what can I think of to do? Well, let's just get this set down first. Now, I know I don't have it in the middle yet, so I'm going to try the middle. Oh, actually, I think I'm going to offset it to the front first to make sure where the front is. Nope, that's not the front. This is the front. So we want to offset to the front just a little bit. I'm going to press it down on here. Excuse my throat. Oh wow, it looks like the paint's going to hold it. That's awesome. Now the only thing I can think of to do for this, for the turkey, is to kind of melt the bottom a little bit and then place it on there. And then the turkey should sit pretty well. But first, before we even do that, now we have to figure out where we want our floral picks. Now I want the turkey to have some extra support. So the pumpkin floral is going to get all the way down in there. Well, somewhat, I guess. Now let's try pulling that pumpkin back out and maybe cut some of that wire off. That's a lot better. A lot better. Okay. Let's go with this next. So we already know we got to cut some of that off. Bring the leaves up just a little bit. Now we want this in there as well. Now we do have to be mindful about where these things are going to land, because we have to worry about where that turkey and flame is. So I might use that tape that I cut off there and tape those leaves down a little bit. Boy. There it is, stuck to my fingernail again. There we go. So let's stick this leaf along the side here. Egads, it got me again. Say like right about there. We'll do the same with that one. It wouldn't be so bad if you could get that plastic to start off without it wrapping around your fingernail. Let's just... So let's go ahead and stick that on the side here. Then I place it in the wrong spot. Good thing it's able to be moved. So let's just place it on the leaf. First. And then, yeah, that'll do. I just got to get it off my fingernail again. That should do it right there. Okay, now we just have to place the rest of the picks in. Cut a little bit off of this one, just a little bit, because we do want it to be slightly taller. Let me see. Oh, I'm going through the pumpkin leaf. Well, that's smart, right? Okay. Then we have an orange one and another orange one. We have another yellow, and then we have another yellow, so we're just going to stick them in as we go. And we have one more daisy one. So, oh my good lordies. All right, let's get these in here so that it covers all the pan. And just alternate a little bit here. I may have to go to the store and go get some more. Thought I had it where oh well, I'll figure it out. Okay, it's pretty much covered except this one spot. So what do I do about that? Well, I could remove this one, and then it looks odd. Oh, I know what I can do. I'll go ahead and put this one right about here. All right, back in 1 second. This is a much thicker pick, so let's see what I can do to get it in there. Oh, first let's take off the price tag, right? Oh, looky, glitter everywhere. Now, I don't know. Let me see. Let's fan it out just a little bit, maybe. I don't like being manipulated. So that'll have to do just like that. And yeah, we'll just do this. Oops. Well, here I am using scissors on the thing. And that's it, people. That is my gift to my mother-in-law. All I need to do right now is get that leaf to turn just a little bit for a moment. And well, let's get a lighter. And oh, I have one here somewhere. There we go. Okay, so let's melt this down just a little bit on the front. And see what we can do about sitting it down on there. Oh my goodness, I think I got the pumpkin too close. I did. All right, let me move the pumpkin. A bit like that. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, I did it. And one turkey platter with a live turkey. I hope y'all can see that more on camera. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Christmas coming right up. You know, do the thing. Thumbs up if you like the video. I'm getting things stuck to me everywhere. Anyway, subscribe if you haven't. At least consider doing so. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed and everybody that makes comments. That is really appreciated. I have this great thing of reading all of those and answering and replying, answering any questions. If you have questions, let me know, and I will be more than happy to supply what answers I can. And of course, share if you care. See what else. Oh, I don't think there is anything except peace out. Love y'all.